check in at the South Central Pennsylvania GMRS.
All right.
Can you hear that okay?
Yep. No, that's
August
perfect.
11th, 2021.
I got to make sure I'm hearing the
This is John
audio.
at WRBW 501. Our group's repeater is located at coordinates 40 degrees, 5 minutes, 52 seconds north latitude, and 77 degrees, 12 minutes, 12 seconds west
Should
longitude.
be here in a second.
And is 1,505 feet
What?
above mean sea level, located at 2 miles south of Mount
I
Be
will
right back,
admit something
gentlemen.
else too about my tuner. I've never really had the chance to really work it well because I've only got my technician license. So and it only works from 30 megahertz and below. So
Oh, I thought you were a general now.
no.
No? I'll have to work on that.
It was just like my mother when she was teaching. She says, if you don't know the answers, just act like you do. Hey, there's somebody. He got back from somewhere.
He looks like he's still busy.
Yeah, I'm still here at work.
Thank you for joining us. All
I'm
right.
just jumping in because I know the clown's on the net there tonight keying up. So
I'll now begin our check-in.
Hey, give just a little bit more drive if you could.
All right.
WRFL 218.
Perfect. Tonight's audio is sponsored by Dave.
WRFF 218.
Tonight's Zoom is sponsored by the other guy, KC3OLO. Thank you guys
Yeah,
both for the help.
WMRU.
unfortunately, I'm still in quarantine. So
It's a cool looking place. I hate those ceiling tiles though.
WREK 307. WREK 307, Unit 1, Brian Ann.
I don't know how you go from the North Pole to Corning.
I got so many people texting me right now. I can't keep up.
From Mount Holly Springs.
Know the feeling.
Well, between the group that we're all in, text going through, and my wife texting me, she's getting ready to check in, I think.
334.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Josh, not sure that was you, so let's go again. WQYX 334.
See if I can even hear the repeater. Oh,
She's
Is
trying.
WREX 343.
Yeah, she was trying. I just don't think she was making it in.
WRNC 362. WRFL 367.
Josh, if you want me to relay for you, do the mic trick, let me know.
Well, my wife is at the radio there at home, so she was trying from the house, and normally I don't have any problems. So I don't know if she was doing something wrong or what.
doesn't sound like a lot of people are checking in.
Well, if he's
They're
on
not
there keying
able.
up, yeah, they're not able to. Is probably the whole problem.
WRKC 450.
Yeah, we just finished swapping out a couple of switches and
WRJX
getting ready to add some
470.
memory to an internet router up here. So
Ah,
Okay, Jamie, I caught your voice for just a fraction of a
so are
second.
you on that text group too, Dave?
Thank you.
am I on the what?
The text group
490.
going around? The text messages?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not worthy. That's okay.
504.
Not like I
But
can be of any help.
Well, last time I got 2 locations for the guy that kept keying up all the time. I had 2 different people that told me they heard him on the input frequency. So I have 2 locations. And as soon as it was announced over the radio that we had 2 locations, it stopped.
551.
So it stopped before we could get the 3rd one.
Yeah, this time it seems like it's,
Yeah, so last time that he was heard on the input frequency in York Springs, and in
That's WQYX.
New Oxford. So New Oxford and York Springs were the two locations that he was hurt in last time.
Right.
Now, whether it's the same guy and they're going to be in the same locations, I don't know.
Yeah, you can hear it.
All right, even Mike can't get in, and Mike can get in with like half a watt.
He's probably trying to key over John, and we all know that ain't gonna work. Oh, hey.
Hey, told you I'd make it back for check-in.
Yeah.
If you can get in.
Dave's picked up the audio for us tonight. Not saying anything, but you know.
WRND.
We'll haze you afterwards.
Oh, you can haze me all you want. I had a good dinner.
Yeah, we heard. Your twin.
WRCB 627, Dave in Laurel Lake.
Yes, that was you, Dave. I couldn't really make out.
Is that right?
Said,
he couldn't get
but
me.
I'll check you off there. WRKU 643. WRAC 649. WRAC 649.
I get
Even
so
Bob's
enraged
struggling.
at that. I want to go get my heater and go visit that guy.
Okay, Bob.
I think the entire club's going to make a field trip.
I know Alan said if he was in town the next time it happened, he was going to get his Doppler out and go out after him.
First three letters there.
Yeah, we're going to bust them. This is getting ridiculous now.
WRFH661.
It's not like we don't have evidence to show that, you know, causing harmful interference.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, go back there a second, Josh.
What?
There's a cabinet
Back
on
here?
the wall to your right.
Yeah.
Did that say Simplex?
No, it's access control.
What Lennel? No.
Honeywell.
Oh.
Honeywell hybrid.
Thank you.
It's one of the newer ones.
Yeah. I didn't even hear Bob make it in.
He barely made it.
Okay, John.
It's pretty bad.
I did hear you were coming in loud and clear, but I just heard QYW, and that's it. But thank you. WRKD.
I'm just out here walking around in the hallway. So I'm not bothering anybody while they're still in there trying to work. I said, I'm going out and check in for a minute.
WRMS 712.
Considering it's 9 o'clock at night, yeah.
WRMS 712, Tom Shippensburg.
Well, you made it in.
He was,
Okay,
but he got
Tom,
stomped
I
on.
caught the WR and Berg from Shippensburg. Thank you, Tom. WRJF 728.
Yeah, and that's the worst part is that you know that this is somebody doing it on purpose.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
any other time we can get in fine.
732.
Yeah, I mean, there's people with beams pointed right at Mount Holly, but they're picking up the interference with 4 bars with their beam pointed straight at Mount Holly.
765.
And
So, I mean, it's got to be, there's no
I
way
know
this
what
is
my problem
accidental.
is.
Because it can normally, it'll be fine a few, like half hour or so to an hour before the net.
Okay, I
And
recognize
there's some
your
weeks
voice there,
it's
Mike,
fine.
for
There's
2
no
words.
interference at all that week.
But thank you.
And then it'll come up and all of a sudden you have nothing but interference.
it may be that they have something else to do.
Mhm.
Yeah, could be. Well, and it got to the point there for a while there. They actually turned off the yeah. Bob says he has 2 bars on Mike and Carlisle, but 5 bars on the interference coming in.
Wow.
Randy, I heard you speaking earlier
Yeah.
a few minutes ago before check-in.
But
So I'm assuming that was you.
yeah, it's,
So I checked
and that's the thing. I mean, if it works fine beforehand and there's some weeks it works fine, there's no way that's non-intentional interference.
Right.
Well, yeah, and Yeah, the nice thing, if we ever do get him and turn him over to the FCC, there's a nice fine for that.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
It's like $10,000.
Well, and if it was the same person it was last time that got turned in for it, that's a possibility too.
oh, that could
Because
be.
there was someone that was tracked down before that did it. And between triangulation and the Doppler, they were sitting outside of his house watching him do it through the open window that he had. He had his blinds open, curtains open, window open,
Yeah.
and they were watching him do it. Got photos of it even.
Yeah.
So it's not like, you know,
All of that, although there was interference there, but I could hear everything you said. WRFR
Rocking
982.
too.
Yep.
He always rocking.
So was I.
It's your twin, man.
We are not twins. We cannot be twins.
White hair.
I just wonder who the uglier one is, but you
Well,
know.
wait a minute. Saying the uglier one is the one named KB3ICU sitting on the left hand,
good.
upper
That's
left.
me.
Yeah,
That's
there you
me.
I was going to say it's the one with the green screen in the background on the Zoom.
with
Well,
that
it's not-
stupid
it's
bird
not
looking
green,
over his
it's
shoulder.
black.
Well, what I'm looking at is
That's an
green.
ostrich.
Like
What's
I said, that silly bird looking over his shoulder.
Clear every word.
That's an ostrich, allegedly.
WRJF
I said it's green though when I'm looking at it on my screen.
Ah, yeah. The camera turns a fool's eye.
Yeah.
Okay, Sandy, I heard you say WRFL, and then you cut out. We got you down. Thank
Yeah,
you.
this is getting to the point where it's ridiculous.
Any other new
Allegedly.
or missed stations? Please check.
No, not allegedly. It is.
Allegedly, it was an ostrich.
Because,
Yeah.
well, last week there was no problem getting in. There was no
You know what?
interference at all.
You know what? I know this is going to sound stupid.
Okay, Brian, thank you.
Why don't we
We'll
turn
check
around and
that
for
off
1
there.
week do not announce it anywhere,
Write him down
just
and
between
say
the
check
members of the group, change our night
any
from a
other
Wednesday
new
to
or
a Tuesday or
missed
something
stations?
without
Yeah,
saying
the-
anything.
But the hardest part about that is getting it out to everybody to let them know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I understand, but I'm just saying this way, throw them off one night and let them guess.
You do realize what would happen. They give themselves away if it's somebody in the
I'll
group,
call once again.
because if it happens the night you change it to, then you know it's someone in the group.
That
Yeah.
is a good
Otherwise,
point.
it could be anybody.
But okay, but the point is, why would somebody in the group really want to do that? This
Uh,
is outside.
Hey.
Yeah, he is thinking like I would.
what we need to do is take those two locations, go north and south of it, and set a person there, and then get Alan to roll around with the Doppler, and we just pin the guy down.
All right, let's move on to Brian.
Yeah, I know there'll be a lot of
All right, but you see what the thing is, though, when you find them, who's going to put the light and stick of dynamite to toss by his door?
Oh, any one of us. Trust me.
Can't-
There's
can't-
many in here that will have no problem.
I'm
can't
pretty
do
sure.
that one.
No, I'm pretty sure I can say with certainty that the proper channels would be followed to take care of the issue.
Yes, the proper channels will be followed.
It has been done before, and the paperwork is not that hard to fill out.
Lighting the bag of poop and putting it on the doorstep
That's
and
what I
ringing the
was gonna
doorbell
say.
does not count. Okay.
You're just tired of it.
No. You're not lighting the bag of poop. You're just going to light the door itself on fire.
And toss the
Can't
poop in.
you
Yeah, there you got other
guys?
problems.
You can't do
You're the
that.
bad guy.
Can't
You
do
don't
this
wanna
one.
do
Okay, now, in all fairness, what's really bad, I'm law enforcement technically, and I'm suggesting it.
Yeah, we will not be doing any illegal activities whatsoever. We will be following
Yeah,
it
like-
to the law of to the
Like-
letter of the law.
Yeah, like I said, that's been done before, and I'm sure it'll be done again if need be. So
Ooh,
he's south of Enola. I can tell you that
who's
much.
BS? Who's BS?
Bob pointed his
He
beam
says
south,
he's
and he's
picking
getting
him
him
up
6
solid
bars.
6 bars. south of
south of yeah, so south of Enola was 6 solid bars.
Well, that's going to be Mechanicsburg.
John. Anytime,
But the people in Mechanicsburg are not picking him up.
Oh,
So
and I know where
What
Bob's
if,
at.
what if you're 180 off?
Okay, Steve, sometime you'll have to tell me what you were saying.
Possible.
It just was cutting in and out.
What if it's
Bobby
not
was
south
only
but
hitting it with
north?
3 bars.
But I am
So,
anxious to hear what you
Whatever it
want
is
to say.
closer than
So we'll get
where
together on that.
Bobby
Yeah.
is.
At some
it's
point.
possible they're right there in Enola somewhere, not far from it, somewhere between Enola and Mount Holly. But what's odd is normally my radio at home has no problem getting over top of them. And Tish was struggling tonight too,
Well, you know,
which
that
tells me,
we've had storms through here today, so I don't know what.
Yeah.
Somebody's running a linear, maybe?
Your comment.
No,
Well,
not on
This is
GMRS.
WRCB 627. Everything's wonderful. And I'll just say we're working on it.
Here we go.
Am I getting through, guys? I don't know. I'm trying to find out whether or not I've opened the repeater or not. Everybody's with a blank look. I'm zooming with a bunch of guys. All right. Anyway, WRCB 627. Hi to everybody, and thanks, John.
Everybody,
That was
sure, it'll be a good one. And,
guessing that was a no, Dave.
we'll have this thing fixed here shortly now, so we'll be in good shape.
Okay, so
I'm going to turn over here to Unit 2.
we have a range. South of him, we're going to be talking Mechanicsburg, Camp Hill, New Kingston, Hoagstown. So you said nobody can get him in Mechanicsburg.
But yeah, nobody in Mechanicsburg is really hearing him. But if he was heard in York Springs and in New Oxford and south of Enola, I would say if you go somewhere in that area between those 3, you're probably going to get a general idea of where they are.
Okay, Kathy, thank you. Thank you for your comment. The last words we heard from you was spaghetti.
Okay, you heard him in York
So if you were
Springs.
talking, after that, we didn't catch it, but yeah, I'm looking
Which
forward
isn't
to
far
it.
from Mount Holly.
Once again, if you
And I
didn't
even have the call signs written down
Kathy was
at
reminding
home.
us
I don't have
of
them with
the,
me.
dinner.
So with the call signs, I can get the exact address of where they were heard.
Sunday, 2 o'clock. You're welcome to come earlier if you'd like.
So Bob's been going back and forth, and he's got a pretty good reading in the direction the guy
And
is.
all are welcome. All are
Well,
welcome.
So-
if he's pointing with any type of directional,
Let Kathy know by way of Facebook.
you could be looking at York.
But yeah, we hope. to
We
see
need one
everybody.
more. Say
sure.
like somebody that needs to get out to.
All right, let's see. Andrew in Lower Allen Township, WRKB.
If we grab 2 people,
658. Any
one
comments?
run from New York. Hey, ain't what's his name in York?
Tom.
Right back.
Yeah.
Mike is Mike Chuba
Brian in
is
New
over in
Oxford.
York
Any
when he's
comments?
home and not on the road.
Okay. So we got York, we got Lewisberry, Lisburn.
Now Steve is in Red Lion, and Steve is not picking him up at all in Red Lion.
Yeah, I couldn't either.
But Mike heard Tish trying to
Hey,
check
Brian,
in.
heard everything
Or
you said
Steve.
there.
Steve in Red Lion
very
heard
good.
Tish trying to check in.
WRMH 666. Greg in Carlisle, your comments.
How'd he get
So-
666?
I'm not
Okay.
sure I want to know.
Bad luck.
So you okay? Red Line's south of York, and he can't hear it, but he was able
Right.
to hear Tish.
And then that
Yes.
said it quit. Do you want to try again?
And that's off my beam.
Yeah, the only thing I'm worried about is if he's mobile.
And that's a possibility too. Especially since he knows we're trying to find him.
Yeah.
WQYW 673, John in Parksburg, Chester
I can tell you this much though, there's no way they're going to overpower John.
Well,
Since
we got,
John's house is 6 feet from the tower, if they can overpower John, they're doing pretty darn good.
How about it, Tom in Shippensburg, WRNF 712?
anyone in Carlisle get him?
Comment on.
Not that I've heard.
If Kathy needs something me to bring special, please let me know. But anyway, thanks for
Yeah.
running the net, John. I know it's
I think the interference just stopped because that's John from Parksburg.
Yeah, he's in
He's over in Chester County.
Chester
and
County,
he wasn't
yeah.
getting in a minute ago.
Yeah, no, that's interesting.
Okay, John, thank you. I had,
How many people are watching your stream right now?
from you and
I got an idea.
I got 2 watching right now. I did have 3 a moment ago.
Because what have we just been talking about here?
Yeah, we're following.
And the interference stop.
Yeah.
That would be a little convenient, wouldn't it?
So, okay,
No,
Red.
nothing tonight, but thank you for holding the net. And apparently it sounds like it cleared up a little bit.
You got through that time.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, you
Probably
did.
gonna start the whole thing over again, but no, we'll keep going here.
I'm gonna tell Tish to try again.
WRJF
So,
728.
Kind of looking at the lower region around. I mean, we do have Dover. We got East Berlin, Lewisberry, Dillsburg. We're looking on that regional side.
Okay, we'll move on. How about it, Mike?
Possibly Lattimore.
Steve, down the red line. Did he have a directional, or was he working off an Omni?
He's on. I think he has a beam pointed straight at Mount Holly.
Okay, so that's going to lower our focus point.
But he also has a vertical.
Question is, which one was he listening on?
Right.
Because if he's looking at it from the
So-
beam, then that's going to push it further south. So, yeah, I got a good line of where that's going.
And Tish is like, how come other people from Shippensburg can get in, but I can't? I said the interference just stopped.
So Bob's in Enola can hear him. Stephen Redline can.
If you will, directly into Mount Holly. The 2 puddles are quite puddly. Anyway, that's it for me. Wonder if this
Yeah, so I
Joker
think it's kind of
recognizes
funny
that.
though
I'm
that
just looking
as
it
soon
up
as
here.
we start
It's
naming off
starting-
possible locations and saying we're
starting
narrowing it down,
$7,000
It stops.
So
and we weren't saying that on the air. That was only on here.
Yeah.
we need some. Do we got anyone down in Gettysburg?
Mike is in Fairfield, WRCH 578,
Okay.
You know, okay, now.
and New Oxford is right next to Gettysburg too.
Yes, New Oxford's right beside of it.
Now, I have a dumb question. Now, we're doing this live. We're not talking about this on the air, but this is going out live on your YouTube feed.
Right. That's
could
why I
be any-
asked how many. That's why I asked how many people were watching right now.
Yeah, because how many? Yeah. Well,
So do you happen to know who they are, Jim? Are there reports of who actually is?
Stephen, thank you for joining us. You have a good
It's
night,
all
sir.
good. Maybe next week I'll see what happens.
Sounds good. Appreciate having you on, man.
all right,
right.
later, dude.
Yep.
I can think of some stronger ones. But thanks, Bobby. Thanks
Oh, hey,
for your
look, Steven's still in here. Oh, Tom. Hey, how's it going?
Mike in Carlisle,
Hey, were you looking in the mirror again? Jesus, I know I'm handsome.
I wouldn't go that far there.
So Jim, when somebody is logging in and watching us, I say
Yes.
logging in, watching us.
I
Do
cannot.
we know their name or their handle, whatever?
No, but I can see right about the time that we were kind of pinning down a little bit that I had three viewers in there.
And how about it, Larry in Miller's?
But I'm unable to see who's viewing.
Any comments you
But I believe I will do some reconnaissance here, and we'll get back. We'll follow up here in a few.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm looking at the map logically on how this is laid out.
WRDJ 976.
And I got a good couple places where I want to find our operators that are down in those sections. I'm not going to give up my map too much.
Nope. I'll be right back.
Yeah, we got that cloud burst too. It rained about 15 minutes here. The wind picked up pretty good. Cooled things down a little bit. 72 right now.
Did you hear that? He's back in again.
He's trying. Yep.
Worse tomorrow and Friday.
Well,
That's
Bob,
what that was.
Bob's taking all the locations that everybody sent, and he's got it all plotted on a map. So
Oh, yeah.
it's narrowing it down even further now.
Well,
We will pin this guy down.
And once Alan gets the Doppler out and starts looking, that'll narrow it down even more.
We'll have him.
Even if he's mobile, Alan will be able to track him with the Doppler.
I don't know when that is, but I'll know when they don't lay eggs.
Yeah.
And then
because-
Alan can take that Doppler info and send that to the FCC.
Uh-huh.
Rust or something. I think
We had the video evidence online for it, and
There's always
yeah.
something in it. Oh my goodness. All right, well I'll let it go, and thanks for running the net, John. I'll return it back to you, WRDJ972.
Does that Doppler have the ability to
thank you,
record? Are they separate
It-
radios or just one radio?
It's it inputs from one radio and puts it all into a computer, but it's 4 antennas.
Right. So can you do post-recording analysis of the signal strength with respect to all 4 antennas?
I believe so. Alan would be able to answer that better than I would, but I'm pretty sure you can.
It's amazing what you can do today with the SDRs.
Yeah.
And that was all NSA's work, where basically they just take, like 50 or 100 megahertz worth of spectrum and record the whole thing all at once, and then go back and analyze it later.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to hear the chickens are feeding.
Yeah, I think Tish, if he calls for new, later, missed again, I think Tish is going to try again.
Thank you, Joe.
Dillsburg. What's in
Anybody that would
Dillsburg?
like to make a comment that
Tim?
Not much.
listen to see if
Tim.
somebody else
But no,
makes
Tim's
a
in
comment,
Mechanicsburg now. I take that back.
Okay.
Sometime here to figure
Is there
all
like
that
any
out.
restaurants, McDonald's, or anything in Dillsburg?
Yeah.
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 I think I've
It's a
been.
rinky. It's a rinky-dink little town when you run through it.
It's got an Ace Hardware.
Except it has a. Is it American Hardware? One of the
Okay, not hearing anyone,
major hardware outfits,
sir,
and
I will call now once again for any new
See if Tish makes it in now.
okay eateries.
stations. Please check in now.
Come on, Tish, try it. Come on, Tish, try it again.
I don't know if she's going to or not.
Okay, not hearing
Guess
anyone
not.
else. Let's see, it is 9:27 and a half.
That was a quick
And
net.
that'll conclude Weekly Net of the
That's what happens when you get interference the whole time.
GMRS group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Normally we're not done till almost 9:45, 10 o'clock.
Sorry if you tried to get in.
Oh,
and
Tish said
couldn't,
she did try again.
or I didn't catch it.
Oh, okay.
But I think that
So
problem
he
has
must be
been
back to
taken care
interfering
of,
some because she's not able to get in at all.
I didn't.
Oh, and by the way,
Did you hear me when I
Bob,
said, "Come on,
appreciate
Tish,
you
try it
hooking up
again"?
the fine.
No, actually,
Yeah.
we didn't.
Total up
I
all
didn't.
these, it would be around
I heard you on here, but not over.
better
Not,
than that.
Yeah, right.
I couldn't tell you if it went over the.
That would
I'd
be
have
great.
no idea whether
So
it
I'm
came
not
out to the
opening
radio or
it
not.
up either.
Anyway, folks, our next network check-in will be Wednesday,
Gotta make
August
sure I'm
18th.
Picking up the right mic.
And once again, our next cookout will be here on the summit
'Cause I got a
this
problem with
Sunday, April 15th at 2 o'clock.
Yes.
So we
Cookout
hope to
this
see you there.
weekend, Sunday.
The address for those of you using a GPS to get here would be 1 Tower Road, Mount Holly Springs. The zip code 17065. 17065.
Bob got a text from somebody else that got him solid as well. So we got enough directions now. They know exactly where he's at.
Sweet.
Thanks, everyone, and have a good remainder to your week. See you
All
Sunday.
right. Thank you for all
That's why
who
we have
joined
such a
online.
big text group.
There you go. Thank you for all joining who online. Thank you guys for joining on the Zoom. If you guys are interested in joining us next week, please let me know. I will get you an invite. If you got questions, please feel free to ask. Other than that, 7-3s, have a good night, and thank you guys all for joining. You guys want to say goodbye?
73.
Have a good one.
See ya. So
Bye.
long from Corning, New York.
There you go. You heard it. You guys have a good night.